So good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining the class today. I think this is our week 5. This is our week 5. So it means that our time here is gradually coming to an end. So I will encourage you to make the most out of the time that we have. Those that have not done the assignment, please try and submit your assignment. Your assignment is compulsory. It is compulsory. Yeah, it is. When you don't do the assignment, it means that you just came to answer present. The attendance is not enough. If you are taking attendance alone, it means that even the seat will get a certificate. Even the computer will get a certificate, but the computer is always present in the class. So what differentiates you from the computer is the knowledge that you acquire. The computer and the seats, they're not learning anything. Yeah. So I want to encourage you. I know it can be very tiring. Digital marketing can be very tasking. We get it. The thoughts alone, it can drain your energy, but this is where learning comes. I don't think there is anybody that went to school. School was fun. School is never fun, right? Yeah, if you're serious, maybe university. Maybe for people that went to university, but if you know what you are doing, most times school is not fun. But the fun there is when you start reaping the benefits of what you learned. So since this week, we'll be looking at content marketing. And I said that content is an integral part of digital marketing. Like I always tell you that there are 3 pillars. There are 3 pillars of digital marketing, which is content, platform, and audience. But at the center of it is content. Content is very important. We create account on social media platform to consume content. We go to Google search, to search engines to consume content. We go to YouTube to consume content. So without content, there is no digital marketing. You get it? Without content, you cannot be visible. You can have an account, but you're still not visible. Why? Because you're not creating content. And when we started talking about content, we said that your content must be relevant, because offline, what you have is customers, but online, what you have is audience. And audience means people that came to listen to you, to whatever you're saying. They're your audience. And we've looked at definition of content marketing, why content marketing matters, types of content, format, and benefits and goals of content marketing. Yesterday, we looked at content marketing funnel, and we defined content marketing funnel as a strategic process that guides customer through the buyer journey, because the content you create for awareness is not the content you create for consideration. The content you create for consideration is not the content you create to convert. And the content you create to convert is not what you create to keep. Do you get it now? Yeah, just like in a relationship, what you say to attract is not what you say to keep. You get it? To keep, you have to put in more effort. You have to do more. Am I communicating? Then we looked at the content at the top of the funnel, which is the goal is to attract. The goal is to attract, to make people that they are aware of a problem, or you talk about a topic they are interested in. And after people are aware that you are there, they will start asking you questions. That is the consideration stage. Sometimes it can take time. And I said that this stage is the lead nurturing stage. This is the time where you build a solid relationship. This is the time where you convince your audience that you are the right person. This is the time where you sell yourself to your audience to convince them. You get it? That's why I said that this is the time where you build trust with your potential customers, because they don't know you yet. Do you get it? There are many solution providers on the internet, and some of them are fake. And it's possible that the person that is communicating with you has had bad experiences with some other service provider that provide the same service that you do. So expect them to be skeptical. So your job is to make sure that you build trust with them. And we also look at the bottom of the funnel, which is when they are ready to take an action. When they are ready to take an action, how can I get this book? Imagine you've told somebody about what the services that you provide and you have a book. Say, how can I get this book? How can I buy? How can I pay? Do you get it? So there are content that are specifically for conversion stage. They'll start asking you, where do you stay? Where is your location? Do you get it now? What is your price range? What is the, have you tried to pay maybe to somebody that provides service? They start asking you, how much do you want to pay? Huh? Physically. They ask you what do you want, how much do you want to pay? Does it show seriousness? You're supposed to know the price of your services. You're supposed to know the price of your services. Did you get it? If your price is just say it's 150,000. No. No, you're the one to bargain. Do you get it now? No, it shows lack of confidence. Because anything you are selling, whether it is a product or a service, you must attach value to it. Like this training is a Skill Up Kampala is making it free. But if they want you to pay, they can put it 500,000. Do you get it now? And it can be non-negotiable. It's not. Do you get it now? The only thing you can do is to pay instrumentally in the 3 months. But after the training, you are the one that will start telling yourself, I think this 500,000 is still, it still looks like free. Because the value I got out of this training is worth more than 500,000. Do you get it? Remember, I said we are going to do a class on pricing. Do you get? Because when you are attaching pricing, you attach value to it. But what people are paying for is value, especially if you're providing service. If you're providing a service, it's value that you're giving to people. Do you get it now? And you need to be sure of the value that you're providing, that immediately they receive the value, their life will never be the same. Then there is the post-purchase stage. This is the content that you create to keep them. So sometimes you can be giving regular updates. There are some organizations like banks. They're always sending you email, updating you about their products, about their services, about their events. If they have new products, they will let you know. Do you get it now? So you must keep them in, you must keep updating them. So that is the loyalty stage. And yesterday we also looked at how to map content to your audience needs. And we learned yesterday that each piece of content that you create, is for a particular pain point. Do you get it now? Each piece of content that you create is for a particular pain point. It is not possible, or, okay, let me put it this way. It is not good for you to create content that solves every problem, because practically, you cannot solve every problem with one piece of content. So you segment your problems or the pain points, and each piece of content should address one pain point. For instance, I gave an example yesterday. Let's say in digital marketing, there are people that their problem is that they don't know how to run ad. So you can create a piece of content addressing that issue. There are people that their problem is that they have failed to get a good social media manager. So the content that you are creating is that you can help to train their staff on social media management. They are providing training services. Am I communicating? So each piece of content should address a pain point, and we looked at audience and persona development, and we defined a persona as a fictional, semi-realistic representation of your ideal customer based on extensive research and data. It defines the particular person you are talking to. So that is why there are some people you listen to, it's as if they are talking to you directly. Why? Because the content was tailored for you. For people that have the same problem like you, it was tailored for people like you. Yes. They say you are speaking to me directly. Why? The content was tailored for you. Do you get it now? It was tailored for you. And we looked at, yesterday, we looked at examples of audience persona. I showed you the one for Nine Digital. And we looked at various audience personas. So for your business, so I'm going to give you, how many assignments have I given you now? How many assignments have I given you now? Is it 4 or 5? 4. Yes, it is 4. So the 5th assignment is this. The 5th assignment is, I want you to create, okay, first of all, you identify pain point because it's going to help you in the assignment, but it's the same assignment. Identify at least 3 pain points of your audience. Identify 3 pain points of your audience. Identify 3 pain points of your audience. Those online, are you following?
Yes, we are following.
Yeah. Thank you. Identify 3 pain points of your audience. Number 2 is create a buyer persona for each of those pain points. Yes. At least you know what a buyer persona is, right? Create a buyer persona for each of those pain points. Yes. Yesterday, you watched the video, but you're not going to go back. That's why I say you should not miss any class. And this assignment is compulsory. The more classes you miss, it becomes harder. I know what I'm saying. But if you miss the class, go and watch the video. If you're in the class and you didn't understand it well, go and watch the video. If you watched the video and you forgot what you watched, rewatch it. That's why I took my time to be recording it. Yeah. The previous classes were using Google Meet. But I said, no, I will use Zoom, so I'll be recording the class. So you can go back and watch it over and over again. So there is no excuse for failure. There is no excuse. So anybody that fails, I will just assume that you just wanted to fail. So you create a buyer persona for each of those pain points. So mapping content to audience needs, 1, you create relevant content. The content must be relevant. What does it mean that the content is relevant? It addresses the need and the pain points. That is when it is relevant. There are a lot of things that are not relevant to you. A lot of things are not relevant to you. Then number 2 is to use the right tone and language. Use the right tone and language. You know, I'm thinking if we can have a class on effective communication, because communication is very integral in content creation. Most people don't know how to communicate. Most people lack communication skills. Yes. Most people lack communication skill. Like someone is sending me his assignment, just share a link to me on WhatsApp. No greeting, good morning, introduce yourself because we've never communicated before. So you have to introduce yourself. Do you get it now? We just forward the link like that to you. Even me, I'll be afraid to open the link because I don't know whether it's virus. That you sent virus to me. So I'll just ignore the message. If I know it's the only link, I just ignore the message because these days I'm afraid. I don't know whether you are my student. Maybe you sent me a link. I'll think it's Google Doc. If I click on it, it will redirect me to another page. And a Trojan horse will be installed on my computer. That's when I will enter trouble. So use the right tone and language. I think I'm going to do that on, we can have a class, even if a day or two, on effective communication. Communication is very important when you're creating content, whether you're writing, or whether you're creating a video, or even in pictures. Do you get it? Have you read it? Have you read like somebody that typed maybe a WhatsApp message, 20 line, no paragraph, or in capital letters? Have you seen those kind of message? Sometimes they send it to me, I ask the person, what do you expect me to do? Are you expecting me to read this? You are joking. Please rewrite this thing, I can't read it. You are stressing my brain. No paragraph, no punctuation. In fact, after reading it, you're having headache. You're having headache. So use the right tone and language, the language that resonates with your audience and build trust. But when we talk about language, depending on who you're talking to, like if you are talking to a CEO, you start talking about profit, revenue, return on investment. Do you get it now? Market, use those managerial languages to communicate with them. Am I making sense? So if you're talking to, let's say, digital marketing, I want to talk about somebody that is trying to acquire some skill to move ahead in their career. So you start using keyword like career growth, career advancement, relevant skills. Do you get it now? So you are using the right tone and the right message in your communication. Then the third one is to provide value. Everybody is looking for value. Everybody is looking for, I want you to know something about human beings. Human beings are very selfish. Everybody goes to where they're going to benefit. There's something they used to say that if you see somebody working in an organization and they're not paying that person good money, but for whatever reason they refuse to resign, it's a check where they're benefiting something there. There's something they are benefiting you're not seeing. But they'll live their life in such a way that nobody will suspect them. Because if they start wearing new clothes and start buying new cars, people start asking questions. With the money you're earning, you're not supposed to buy this car. So what is happening? So you will not know they have a car. They will trek to work, sweating, but they have a car. They use it. They use it, but they make sure, yes. Or they can even tell you the car is for their uncle. Or it's for the wife. You know, they share property. When the wife, grandfather died, they share property. That is what she got. Yeah, there are people like that. They stay there in an organization. They are benefiting, but nobody. It's only people don't even know. Sometimes you ignore them, but they're there enjoying. So you provide value. So ensure that your content provides value to your audience. Whether you're entertaining people, whether you're providing education, inspiration, make sure you are providing value. This is very important. Make sure you're providing value. And when you explore value, I just want to speak more on this. Value is not what you define as value. Value is what your audience defines as value. That something is valuable to you doesn't mean it is valuable to your audience. Do you get it now? It is your audience that defines what value is. So that is why in marketing research, they still study audience need. Because there are some times that the needs of your audience evolve. Do you get it now? The needs of your audience evolve. For instance, in education, people want to study online. Like as we're having this class now, 14 people are online. So if we said that this training must be physical. So what it means is that there are some segments that you're going to lose. Do you get it now? So when some part of your audience say they want it online, then you have to make some adjustments for them. Do you get it now? So as far as you are not teaching online, you're not providing value to them. And some also said, like when we started this class, if you leave me alone to choose, this class will be online, you won't see my face. Maybe you might see my face the first day and the last day. You will not see my face. Okay, maybe if you are doing the video, I'll just turn on my camera, you see my face. Do you get it now? But some of us said we want physical, and that is why I'm here. Do you get it? So value, so you must understand your customer needs, their preferences, their pain points. So you're giving them what they want. Yes. You're giving them what they want. Like when you are, that is why they say the customer is king. You know why they say the customer is king? It's because of value they say the customer is king. Yes. Organizations create products and services to satisfy the needs of a customer. I think I've said it before. That the reason why a business exists is to satisfy a customer. So if you're not satisfying customers, you're not in business. Mm-hmm. Yes, if you're not satisfying customers. So even in, yeah. So there are people that they are experts in customer satisfaction. That is what their area of focus. How can we create memorable experiences for our customers? Hmm?
Why can't the value for the two parties, for the client, for the customer, and for you yourself, before you
No, remember when we did branding, we said, why do businesses exist? The businesses exist to solve a problem in the marketplace. Do you get it now? Like without, okay, let me explain business like this, because most times, like I said, people start business because they are broke, or they are hungry, or they are jobless, or they need something to do, or they are bored of what they are doing. Or there are people that say, I am tired of doing office work, or I am tired of answering yes sir, yes ma'am. I want to be my own boss. That is not a reason to start business. Businesses exist to solve a problem in the marketplace. Do you get it now? So that is why you must have a community before you start a business. If everybody in this Uganda decide to leave and they leave only you, your business will crumble. So whenever human beings gather, do you get it now? Have you ever lived in a small town that have few people? Let's say 200 people. There are businesses you can't do there. Do you get it? The community will not support that business. Once a community starts, one of the first business that emerge is markets, where people buy things to eat. Then once people start building home, then the materials that are used in construction, you start seeing it in the marketplace. Why? People need to build home. You start seeing cement, you start seeing wood. Do you get it now? Why you are seeing cement, wood, nails, hammer, is because people need to build home. So those businesses exist to support those human activity. Why you started seeing food first is that people need to eat. Even if you're sleeping under the tree, you need to eat. Do you get it now? Then in that same community, you see people that are selling clothes because the people that live in that community, they need to buy clothes. Over time, people start giving birth to children. You start seeing baby clothes in the markets. Why? Because somebody will come there and start saying, I need baby clothes, I need baby clothes, I need baby clothes. One day, somebody will start the business because the demand is there. One day, you now find that somebody just wake up. People here need God. They need God. Do you get it now? A church will start. That's why in every small town, you see a church or a mosque there. People need religion. Yes. If everybody in that community leaves, the church will collapse. Over time, people start giving birth to children, falling in love, give birth to children. The children need to go to school. You see, a school starts for those children. Am I communicating? So this is how businesses rise. So business exists to solve a problem in the marketplace. And those problems are tied to individuals. That is why we're creating persona. Those problems are tied to individuals. If you're creating, for instance, you're running a school and you want to, you have a nursery and a primary school. There are parents that want to send their children to school. Some are looking for school for their children. There are some that want to change school for their children. There are some schools, looking for school is not a problem. There's a particular kind of school they are looking for. Why? Because children go to school and get infected. There are schools where teachers eat baby food. They will give the child water. Yeah, take the milk. The child will be there sleeping. When you come to carry your child in the evening, she's just tired. If they cry, they will slap you back to sleep. You've heard of schools like that. They bully children. So the parent is not just looking for any school, looking for daycare. So there's a particular kind of daycare the parent is looking at. But all this daycare exists because people live in the community. Am I communicating? So to answer your question, so when you want to start providing value, you must notice the need in the community. What we call it is market gap. We call it market gap or market friction. The thing that is causing problem for people that they want to solve. So your business exists to solve that problem. Yes. So it is when you provide solution, people will reward you for the solution that you have. So that for somebody to be a millionaire or a billionaire, what it means is that the solution or the product you have, many people are consuming it at the same time. Many people are consuming it. Or every billionaire in dollars, every billionaire in dollars or millionaire in dollars, check the product they sell. Many people are using it. That is why they are rich. Yes. Yes. I don't know. Not that it's used, but it's solving a problem. That's what I'm talking about, value. It must be solving a problem. Nobody lives what is working for them. Do you get it now? Inside this our fictional community, even men need to shave. Like me, I want to shave now. Do you get it? I wanted to shave yesterday because when I got home, I remembered. But I couldn't go out again because I slept off. I was very tired. People need to shave. The women need to look good. Over time, people start falling in love. They need to buy flower for their boyfriend and girlfriend. Someone needs to start that business to solve that particular need. Yes, let a restaurant will open up because sometimes there are people that come in there for a short visit, so they can't cook. Let us start seeing motels for people for travelers that are if the town is along a trade route, people always stop to sleep. You start seeing motels. And you know, once you see motels, once motels spring up, prostitution starts immediately. Because the people that stop in the night, also want to relax in the night. So those ones are also providing that services. Am I communicating? Later, crime will start growing up because then police will come in. Police also set up their posts inside their community. So that is how businesses spring up. So so you look at your community, what need my community have? What is their pain point? Then so your business is set up to address that problem. And that is your brand story. That is your brand positioning. Is that very clear? Is it very clear? So how to create a compelling content? One, you can start with a hook. A hook is what you can use to catch someone's attention. Like I said, it can be a question, it can be a quote, it can be a statistics, a hook. A hook. If you're writing a story, the goal of the first paragraph is to catch the attention of the reader. And another goal of the first paragraph is to make the reader read the second paragraph. So you link them together. You link them together. And the goal of the second paragraph is to make the reader to read the third paragraph. You are immersing the reader into the story. So that's why when people start reading the story, when they get to a particular page, they just put like a pen inside. They don't want to miss any detail. Yes. That's why people pause. Even now, YouTube has that feature. Anywhere you stop, if you come back to that video, you continue from where you stop. All these online streaming platform, Netflix, Prime, anywhere you stop, if you come back, you continue from where you stop. So that is the goal. How many of you watch TV series? Sometimes the way they will end one series, that's how people end up for 6 hours watching series. Yes. Yes. The goal of the first scene is for you to watch the second scene. The goal of the second scene is for you to watch the third scene. So you are curious. Yes. Yes. So hook is in writing or in storytelling. We're going to look at storytelling very soon. Is what makes people curious. Do you get it now? Is what makes people curious. People start asking questions. Okay, what is it trying to say now? Their mind will start spinning. What is it trying to say? So hook is anything that makes people curious because human beings are very inquisitive. Human beings are very nosy. They like gossip. They want to know the latest gist. What is this guy trying to say? Yes. So when you hook them, that's when you start delivering the value. Because you've gotten their attention, you start delivering the value. There are some churches in Nigeria. One of the tools they use for evangelism, they'll come to like a bus junction. No bus has a lot of people that are going, people that come. Two people start fighting. I know what two people start fighting in the public place. Everybody will gather. So when people start gather, once people gather, they will start. They'll start preaching. Some people just, these people again. These people again. Then others will also listen. Do you get it now? In the Bible, if you're a Christian, in the Bible, in Acts chapter 2, when the Holy Spirit came, it came with a noise. And the whole city gathered to know what is happening. Some people were there discussing. The noise created a lot of engagement. Some people said they are drunk. These people are drunk. These people are mad. So they said, no, even if they are drunk. Some people say, but I heard them speaking our language. This one say, I also had my own language. This person said, I came from far place. I also had my language. What is happening here? These guys are local guys. They're not supposed to be speaking this language. Then Peter came and started addressing those confused people. And the Bible recorded at that day, 3,000 people gave their life to Christ. But it started with a hook. Something to catch your attention. Even, you know, I said that God is a content creator. Yes, God is a content creation. That is, yes, God is a content. That is how God got Moses' attention. He saw a bush that was burning, but the leaves were not consumed. So he came closer to what is actually happening. Immediately he came closer, he had a voice. He said, remove your sandals because where you are standing is on a holy ground. He became more curious. Who is talking? So hook is what you use to catch attention, then you start delivering the value. Then the third one is call to action. Call to action. I can give you a lot of hook in the Bible. There is a lot of hook in life. You get it now? I remember when I was in university, there's one girl in my hostel. Every evening, she used to go and meet men. So, but she had one experience, a very bad experience with one man. But that time I went for internship, 6 months internship, call it industrial training in Nigeria. Came back, I saw how it's Bible. So I started asking people, what is happening here? So the Bible going for fellowship, she come back singing, God is good, Jesus. So what is happening here? But I'm not expecting this. So that's when people started telling this story because she came back to the hostel like she was scared, narrating what her experience with one man. I think the one wants to use her for ritual killing. So that experience changed her. So maybe that is what God used to get her attention. Like if you don't change, the next time you just die. This is the last warning. Yeah, so you end with a call to action. You end with because once you hook somebody, give them value, they're interested. They end with a call to action. So the assignment I gave you, number 3 of that assignment. Number 3 of the assignments I gave you today. Number 1 is to identify 3 pain points. Number 2 is to create buyer persona for each of those pain points. Number 3 is to create a video. But one video, you can choose one pain point. If you can create 3 videos, it's okay. If you can create as many videos, because the more video you create, it is for your business. So the third one is to create a video that addresses a pain point for your audience. It can be an answer to a frequently asked question, or it's possible you're introducing a new product, or you're telling people about your business. Like I said, minimum video length can be 60 seconds, maximum 2 minutes. I wanted to put 90 seconds. That is 1 minute, 30 seconds. But I said, let me put it at 2 minutes. But you shouldn't exceed 2 minutes. Do you get it? You're not acting a movie. So you should be able to drive home your point under 60 seconds. In fact, the best practice is 60 seconds. The best practice is 60 seconds. Yes, 1 minute, 60 seconds. Then 2 minutes is 120 seconds. But try as much as possible not to exceed 120. So people will not get bored because these days attention span of people is very low. Do you get it? Me, I can watch a video of 1 hour. As far as what you're saying is important. But not everybody can do that. And I've noticed that the young people these days, their attention span is very low. Yes, it's very low, which is actually a very big problem. So the video quality, you can use a smartphone or a professional camera. Just use a smartphone. And use a smartphone or a professional camera. The most important thing is what you're saying in the video. That is the most important thing. What you are saying in the video. Those online, are you following?
Yes, sir, we are getting.
Yeah.
Yes, we are following.
Yeah, so you can create a video.
we are getting you.
You can create it, you can post it on your social media platform. If you're very shy, you can share the link, watch. You post it for yeah. You are going to do it. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Not gossip, oh. Yeah. Yeah. It's in line with your business, your assignments. Okay, we continue. So we're going to look at storytelling in content marketing. Storytelling in content marketing. You can call it brand storytelling in content marketing. Remember in branding, we looked at brand story. Yeah, everybody has a story. Every business has a story. Every product has a story. Even musicians, most gospel artists, when they release a music, they will tell you the story behind the music. What inspired them to write this song? And when they start singing the song, some people can relate to the song. You get it now? Some people can relate with the song. And when you now hear the story behind the song, you connect more emotionally with the song. It happens to you. Yeah. Which song? Which song? It will all walk by Lil Wayne. What's the story behind the song? Mm. Mm. Okay. It happened in real life. Okay. It was after that he wrote this song. Mm. Mm. Yeah. And when you listen to the song, you connect with the song. They inspire you. Yeah. I don't think it's quite to do that. Okay. So they're not hearing from the person speaking. So if you want to talk, you can use the microphone to talk so they can hear you. So we are going to look at why is storytelling in marketing matter. So this is a question. This is a question. It's not for me to answer because all of us we've engaged with brands or people that tell stories online. But why does storytelling matter? Why does it matter? You can speak into the mic if you want to talk so they can hear you. Why does it matter?
I think storytelling, marketing matters as it shows where you're coming from, the background of your business, basically. Yeah, why you started your business.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, at least for people to know the story behind the success.
Yeah, the story behind your business, why you started it, how it started, what made you start your business.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Good. Any other person? Okay.
For me, I think that storytelling matters, that it motivates other upcoming business people to join that business or
Yes.
not to give up on their business. Yeah, it's a source of motivation.
Good. Good. People can relate. Yet it inspires. Yes, I need like maybe two people from online. Why storytelling matters in marketing?
Okay. According to me, it's a point of direction where it shows your customers and the audience where you came from, and it can also give direction to your destiny.
Good. Yes. Thank you. Any other points?
I think it also helps in building trust, like to build that relationship with your customer. In case, for example, if you have a certain product, if you give, let's say, advantages of using it and all that, there is a way people can relate to you and there's a way they can trust that your product is good.
Okay. It helps to build trust. Yeah, which is true. It's true. So I want us to look at examples of brand. There are brands that tell good stories about their product, about their services. You get it? And whenever, most of them are, they run TV commercials. Even when you listen to some radio commercials, they are telling a story. When they are promoting their products using story. Do you get it? Sometimes they dramatize it. They dramatize it. But I want to play some videos. I want to play some videos. So we're going to look at some brands that are good at storytelling. I just got some videos here so we can watch it together. Okay, this one is from Google. I just want to, let me check people online whether they can see. Okay, good. So this is from Micro Moments with Google. I think I've explained this one before. This one talks about moment advertising. So I'm going to play this one just for us to watch and we analyze it together. Those online, can you hear the sound?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you understand if you understand the video, what is it talking about? Mm. So this video was created by Google. You get it? Because they were trying to introduce, there's what we call moment advertising, that people take decisions in moments. In fact, micro moments. Like you can see, like that, the lady that has scissors, where the mom said, I need to get a professional hairdresser. So once people have a pain point, they go to Google to search for solution immediately. So what Google is saying, if your business is not visible at that particular moment, you will not be seen. Do you get it now? Part of what we're going to do here is, if you have a business, you need to be on Google search. We have what we call Google local search. To appear in Google local search is that you need to create an account, which we call Google My Business. Do you get it? Like if you look at, if you type hairdressing salon here, Google will show you all the businesses around here. And the business that will be, Google will show you are people that registered their businesses to Google My Business. Do you get it now? Yeah, you create an account, set it up. Have you searched for some business? In Google search, they will say open 8 a.m., close 6 p.m. You've seen it. That is Google My Business. Is that very clear? So that's why Google created this content to tell the story about micro moments. That people take decisions in micro moments. Let me play another video. This one is for Indomie. Indomie is a brand that most of their content is about storytelling. So I think
see these children, no? Mama, so these guys still call you Mama Dugu? Yes, now, because they know I always express love to them. I see different flavors. Yeah, you can say that again. Life of the party. Carry your Indomie jollof. Special lady. Take your Indomie Oriental. Pepper lover. Your Indomie pepper soup. Don't worry. I didn't forget your onion chicken. Mrs. I miss home. Take your Indomie crayfish. Thank you.
Childhood favorite to new discoveries, keep expressing love with Indomie flavors.
So this one, what is this? What is this video talking about? Maybe somebody from online will answer now, because someone from online. What is this video talking about?
Different flavors of Indomie.
Different flavors of Indomie. Yeah, it is introducing different flavors of Indomie. Yes. And it's also telling you, if you're doing a family get-together, Indomie is the go-to-go meal for it that everybody will enjoy. And people are still enjoying noodles if you cook it well. Oh. How many noodles? How many packs do you eat? Can you finish 5? Can you finish 5? If it's not enough, you add more. 6. You add more. It's like spaghetti. If one is not enough, add more. How many can you finish? It's like saying bread is not food. Can you finish 16 slices of bread? This one is
One pack.
Madam?
One pack is not even enough for one travel.
One pack is not enough.
Not enough. It's not enough.
You add 2. If one is not enough, you add 2. Huh?
To be on the safe side, 3.
Okay, 3.
Yes.
Yeah, add 3. Like you said, Nigeria, what money will not solve? More money will solve it. Yes, everybody in Nigeria eats noodles. Everybody in Nigeria eats noodles. Okay, this one is from Jumia.
That's not a big deal. This is a big deal.
Get the year's biggest deals at the Jumia Black Friday sale. Jumia.
Can you see this video is 30 seconds? Did he communicate the pain point? Did he tell the story? Huh? You're not confident of your answer. Yeah. At least ladies can relate to this one now. So yes. So I think maybe one more. There is this one. I actually have a lot of videos here. This one is from DFCU.
All need a hand, like John. In life's journey, we all need a hand, like John here. Look, John, you work too hard. Let's help get you a car. And Mary, she's been running her place for years. Mary, let's help you expand your restaurant. Hey, Eunice, the harvest is looking good. Ever thought of going into fruit processing? Oof, that hurts.
We need more paspala.
Teacher Mark, you need more than that. A real pitch. Let's take it further. And Kato here, you've earned a reputation as an ICT contractor.
Yeah, we keep pushing.
Now, with your expertise, let's partner to expand to new horizons. With 60 years heritage, DFCU Bank is partnering with you on your journey to achieving even greater heights. DFCU, going further together.
Spike needs to launch his bold.
So how is this? This video, did it address pain points?
This was
You're thinking of
surprising and clear.
Pardon?
It was clear. This video was a bit clearer compared to the others. And I think it was trying to advertise for business loans.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, there were many pain points, different pain points that they have one solution for. If you need money, if you need money, yes. So we get it now. So this is storytelling in brand. And why do we tell story? There I have more here. This one is this. This one is Pepsi. This is Coca-Cola. This one is Pepsi South Africa. So why do we tell stories in content marketing? Because facts, they say that facts tell, stories sell. Do you get it? It is easier for people to connect to stories. That is why when I started learning how to teach, I realized why Jesus Christ used to use parables. If he start telling you things, you will not remember what he taught you, but the truth was embedded in the story. Once you remember the story, you remember the message. So why is storytelling good? People remember stories easily. Do you get it now? So you put your message inside the story. Once they remember the story, they remember your message. Once they remember the story, they remember your message. So that is why storytelling is very important. Yes.
I would like to ask a question.
Yes.
The story, okay, the videos you played for us.
Yeah.
Is that the only way of how you can tell a story, or there are also different ways?
Of course, you just have to get creative. You get creative. The most important thing is that you're telling a story. You can get creative. You can dramatize it, like the one for Jumia. The one for Jumia was dramatized. You get it? DFCU also have some drama there. The one for Google, you get it? The moment one was telling a different story. So everything is about your creativity. How do you want to tell your story? We are going to look at different kinds of storytelling. There is a brand like the origin story. There is origin story. There is a success stories. There is impact stories. Like NGOs do that. NGOs do that. At the end of every project, they tell the story of the project. Do you get it now? Yeah, NGOs, they do storytelling a lot. Yeah. Churches do it. Those testimonies you hear, those things are stories. They're telling you stories. They're telling you stories. So it is not left for you to know how to package those stories. There are sometimes they can show you the testimony of one person. Sometimes they can just cut it. A lot of interviews, they can join it in 2 minutes. Do you get it now? Just to tell the story. I don't know whether I answered your question.
Yes, your answer.
Okay, thank you. So how to create a compelling story? How to create a compelling story or a compelling content? I wrote here why facts and data appeal to our logic. Stories appeal to our emotions. Like I say, human beings are emotional creatures. Everybody here is emotional. That is why in a relationship, people make a lot of stupid decisions. Because once the emotions are stirred, logic takes the back seat. Rationality takes the back seat. So most times, brands also want to stir your emotions. Brands want to stir your emotions. Sometimes your emotions are stirred, you don't know. There is an aspect of marketing that is called marketing psychology. Marketing psychology, they can study you and give you what you like. Yes. Marketing psychology is an aspect of human psychology. There are people that study human beings. How human beings think, how they behave, how they act, how they reason, how they do their thing. They will create something that is tailored to their. In politics, that's what we call divide and rule. Divide and rule is that you know that two groups hate themselves, but you want to control both of them. So what you do is you need to be bringing up narratives that is going to maintain that division. They'll continue suspecting themselves, so they will never work together. But when they start working together, they realize you are the enemy. Do you get it now? But they will never see you as the enemy. But both of them will fighting themselves, and as they are fighting themselves, you are benefiting. It's called divide and rule. It works so well. Yes. Yes. So you can see people that need to fight, come together to fight for a better society. They are there fighting among themselves over irrelevant issues. over irrelevant issues. And once you are fighting yourself, there are some people that are benefiting from your conflicts. They need to keep you busy fighting among yourself. The devil also does that too. Bring division among people. People that are supposed to work together, they're there fighting each other. They will create rumors, create news. You're there fighting each other. But you're actually supposed to work together. So back to what we are saying, stories create emotions. Facts appeals to people's logic. Why do we say that stories are more important than facts? Most people, once they start engaging in content and it's making them to think, they leave it immediately. That's why some people don't like watching inspirational content. There's some content that makes people think. Most people don't like it. So that's why people consume humor more. People consume humor more because once you are listening to comedy or drama, there are some chemicals that it releases in your brain that makes you to relax. So when you now understand this thing about human beings, if you want to pass a message, put it inside a story. It will be easy to pass a message, put it inside a story. Mm. Mm. You get it now? Because if you go straight to the message, people will get bored. People are easily bored though. Sometimes once you start talking, people start sleeping. You've seen it happen. You start saying the main thing, serious thing. People, you are saying something serious, people are sleeping. But once you start telling the story, everybody will open their eyes. Maybe you say something that is very funny. People, for like 5 minutes, they are laughing. The ones that is sleeping will wake up. What is happening? They will tell him the story. He will laugh again. So this phrase, facts tell, stories sell, suggests that while factual data can inform an audience, it rarely inspires them. People can be informed but not inspired. It is stories that inspire people. If I start teaching you about digital marketing, maybe not you, because you came here, I didn't bring you. You're the one that brought yourself. So there was hunger. But let's say I'm looking to inspire some people to learn it. I need to find a story to tell them. You can tell them, since I've started this thing, I have never begged. I used to be very broke. I used to be like you before. I didn't have any job, no money. I can't even pay my house rent. But I brought out 5 months to learn this intensive training. Intensive training. Then I started submitting proposals to organizations. Then one organization now responded. That is how I got my first gig. I did the job for 2 years. The rest is history. But why I'm telling this story is not to tell you about my background, but to inspire you. That the distance between you and where you are supposed to be is just your ability to acquire new skills. Do you get it now? As you're saying it, you are creating pictures inside your head. Because education and inspiration is not the same thing. As you're educating people, inspire them. When people are inspired, they act. When people are inspired, they act. Like, I don't know what they write in tobacco. What do they write here? In Nigeria, they say smokers are liable to die young. What do they write here? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, see what you need to do. Carry those people, play video of somebody in hospital that he has stroke, the half of the body is paralyzed and is shaking like this. And the doctor say, it is smoking. We'll be warning young people, if you don't stop smoking, this is where you're going to end. This is where you're going to end. Like I read a story of one man was saying that he stole something at home. Yes. The mother's money. So the mother is both of you that are living together. So if money is disappeared, you are the culprit. He denied, he said it's not the one, blah, blah, blah. The mother knew he was lying. The mother did not say anything. The mother took him where they keep prisoners. Showed him around the place. No one telling you this thing. If you don't stop this thing, so this is where you're going to end up. He said that was the last time he stole. He said the image he saw, he couldn't shake it off his head. The desire to steal died that day. Do you get it now? So there are some times that thing inspired him. So when people see pictures, when people see stories, because inspiration means you see where you're going to end. When people see where they're going to end, they're inspired to act. They're motivated to act. So that is why, like hair companies, when they're advertising their hair, they show a lady that is dressed well, so elegant, the hair is good. Do you get it? So when people are buying it, they want to be like that. They want to be like that. We are still going to look at how to create compelling stories. So emotions create memory. There is no memory without emotions. Yes. Whether it is love or hate or anger or bitterness, it is hard to forget them. Do you get it? That's why once people have like trauma creates a lot of emotions that sometimes it is hard to shake off. We call it PTSD. That anytime you remember that thing that happened, that emotion that you felt that time, it will come back. Or let's say you drowned and you saw your life leaving you. For like 30 minutes, you are unconscious and they brought you out of water. Anytime you see water, that memory will come back again. Like me, I don't go near water. Yes. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Mm.
The way I was feeling, the paint, the sound of the machine.
Yeah.
That way you I still have
The trauma. Yes. Mm. Yes. True. So you get it now. So when you tell story, your main aim is to create memories, something memorable. They should remember you. Yes, leave an impact. Like some people will say, after I finish dealing with you, you will not forget me in a hurry. You will not forget me. You will not forget me. You think I'm joking? If I finish dealing with you, you will not forget me in a hurry. Anytime you hear my name, you start running.
If I touch you now,
Yeah. Yeah. So stories create an emotional connection that is far more persuasive. Human beings are creatures of emotion. Yes, human beings are creatures of emotions. Yeah. So when you're telling the story of your brand, try and stir people's emotions. Most brands appeal to your emotions. There are some brands that appeal to your vanity. There are some luxury products. Their job is, I don't know whether is it consumerism? There's an aspect of, is it marketing and advertising that, you know, like it is more in the Western world. The way they package their product and services advert is that, you know, this thing of FOMO, fear of missing out. They will create it in such a way that if you don't use these things, as if you are lagging behind. They create that form of fear of missing out. That is what most brands do. Yes, they will stir your emotion like, if I don't use this thing, I feel like dying. It's still the same thing. The way they'll present it to you, no. That even some people say, even if I will steal, I need to have this. I need to have this. Yes, the way they advertise it. So we're making progress. So anatomy of a business story. Anatomy of a business story. So in case you want to create your own business story, there must be a hero. There must be a problem. There must be a solution. And if possible, there should be a transformation. In case you want to write your script, there will be a hero. The person that saved the day. You see that one of DFC, the one of DFC, you captured this very well. Who is the hero in the story? DFC is the hero. What was the problem? Money problem. They want to scale their business. Yes. And you saw the solution. They provided the solution. And you saw the transformation. So that is how a perfect story, brand story should be. The hero, it is you. Or it can be your customer, depending on the customer you're trying to create. There are some businesses, their job is to empower the customer. They empower the customer to deliver. Yeah. Then there is a problem, there is a solution, and there is a transformation. Like pharmaceutical companies, when they're advertising their drug, they will show you how you look like somebody is sick. After taking the drug, they became well. There is I think it is always, you know, this sanitary pad. Always when they used to do their ad, you know, they'll put it that a woman that is working, you know, dressed well, she's confident because she's wearing the always, you know, that ad. Or Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, after drinking it, you start dribbling people. Sting. Yes. Yeah, that is a transformation. So you must follow the process. The hero, the problem, the solution, and the transformation. So once you're telling your story, you must show people what will happen if they use your product or your service. Yes. Yes. How they will look. Yes. You have before and after. And most times the transformation is what inspires people. People need inspiration. So you give them inspiration. So your product must inspire. In fact, if we end this digital marketing class today, you've learned something. Do you get it now? So when a customer enters into a journey with you, you are taking them to a journey of transformation. Like I say, be like churches. Churches market transformation. If you come here, your life will not be the same. It's transformation. So if you use our product or service, your life will not be the same. Like I told you in the beginning of this class, if you stay here to the end, your life will not be the same. Are you transforming? Yeah? Of course, something is changing inside the way you perceive it. Now, if you see ad now, you start looking at it from the lens of storytelling. What are they trying to say? What are they communicating? Sometimes you can even see, no, this doesn't make sense. They're not, this ad will not do well. They're not, I can't feel it. I can't feel it. They're not doing anything. Just like when you go for music training. When you go for music training, that's why you know people that are singing nonsense. You say, no, this thing doesn't blend well. There's something that is missing. Yes, there's something that is missing. Or you go for a culinary school, when you taste a food, you know what is missing inside. Yes, you will know over time, you will know. Yes. And then when you taste, so no, I've never tasted this one before. What is, there's something here I can't place my fingers on it. So this is the anatomy of a business story. So types of storytelling. Types of storytelling. Types of storytelling. One, there is founder story. Yeah, most founders tell their story. I know founders like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, they tell their story. Mark Zuckerberg of Meta, Facebook, they tell their story. There are also many founders, people don't know their story. There are some people people don't know how they became billionaires. They just came out of nowhere. Some of them also have a story. Some of their stories are not good. Or maybe they know the society will not accept their story, so they'll tell you another story. In Nigeria, people tell you it's God. I don't know how it happened. Just God did it. I don't know. I just woke up. I just noticed my life has changed. Just don't want to tell you anything. So there is founder story. We share the entrepreneur's journey, struggles, passion. Why are you doing this? To humanize the brand, so people can relate to it. Because there are many entrepreneurs that share their stories. Why they're sharing their story is to inspire other entrepreneurs. That the same challenge you are facing, I'm also facing it. The same challenges you are facing. I think it was when they are trying to develop Windows, I think those early Windows. So according to Brigade, he used to sleep in the office, but they are coding. He sleep in the office for weeks. He doesn't go home. It's the wife that will visit him in the office. He doesn't go home. So you share the story. So when you see an entrepreneur, you know there are people that want to start opening a shop. You think you will come by 10 and close by 4 every day. Your business will go down. And why you are doing that? Because you saw the owner of the supermarket. That is the time she came. But one day she will tell you her story. So I started this business 25 years ago. For the first 15 years, I didn't go on holiday. I did not go on leave. I did not travel. I was here making sure things are working. So it took her 15 years to establish the business. That she can now travel and the business will be running. So when you look at yourself, you know that you have like 15 years. Yeah, you have 15 years to go. So it will inspire you. She will tell you when she ran out of money, she has to borrow money from the cousins. She also needs to collect loan from the bank. When the cousins refuse to give her money, she has to collect loan from the bank. And the bank, I don't know the interest rate here in Uganda. The interest rate, is it double digits when you borrow money from bank? How many percent? That is very good. That is very high. That is very high. So you can tell you that time I collected loan from a bank. That time the interest rate was 20%. And I have to be paying it instrumentally. So for me to survive, I have to go to the market looking for the cheapest supplier. Very early in the morning, I will go there, buy everything, then stock up my shop, start sorting everything out. You start listening. Since I've been playing, you mean this woman passed through all this? That is how I was able to sustain over time. Business started picking up, but it was not easy. Every day I give up, I have to keep encouraging myself. I will pray to God, fast, pray, do a lot of things. There was a time this one was not moving. I have to buy another product and put inside the shop. It was not moving. I'll buy another one. Then later the business started picking up gradually. Started building up gradually. Wanted to. She will tell you that time I didn't have a car. We were staying in one because I can't be paying this amount of money as rent. We are staying in one part of town. Then you look at us and say, since I'm actually wasting money on rent. So when they are telling you their story, they are inspiring you. From their story, you see where you're making some mistakes. That you need to cut on some things. Like I remember the first time I went to a business school. Our church there in Nigeria, they used to organize it, but most of they teach about business success. So one guy now said that when he started his consulting business, the money his father gave him, he spent more than 50 to 70% of his capital on furniture. So he wanted his office to look good. So when people enter his office, they will view him as a consultant. It was later that he now realized it is your client that determines whether you're in business, not your office. You can actually start your consulting business from home. But he learned that because the business collapsed. So he started from home. He couldn't pay rent again. He paid like 1 year or 2 years rent, rented furniture. Nobody is going. So he now every day he sit down there. So he doesn't know as a consultant, you have to go and be submitting proposals. You don't have any business sitting at the office. So he thought that people will come and meet him. Nobody met him because they know you. They don't know you. Because he was looking at other established consulting firms. They don't know they have people that are going to offices, lobbying, going for dinner, exchanging cards. He didn't know. It was when he started working from home. That's when he learned the trade, the hard way. So that is a founder story. So it's part of your brand story. Another one is customer success story. Highlights how your product or service has helped a customer to achieve their goals or overcome challenges. Yeah, most organizations that provide services, they do that. Schools do that. Sometimes they want to share. This is where customer testimonials come in. How your product or your service has transformed them, how it has affected their life. So this one is customer success story. Like I said, it is when customer is satisfied. That is when you are in business. If customers are not satisfied, your business is one way or one step from collapse. Your customers need to be satisfied. Then the third one is the product journey. How you develop your product. So sometimes people do behind the scene. You see people that do event management, they do behind the scene. They start telling you how they set up the whole structure. Sometimes they'll tell you how the building came into videos. Do you get it now? So you tell the story of how your product was developed, its features, and the problem it solves. So it can be anything. You can tell how to use a product. This way, how to use a product comes in. the features of your product, the things you shouldn't do, how to like, let's say pharmaceutical companies, they'll tell you it's 2 tablets per day, 500 grams, one in the morning, one in the evening. You know, I have a baby. So I didn't know all these things before. I can say the headache is too much. I will take more. But when I had a baby, say don't give a baby overdose. So many babies have died from overdose. So if they said it's 1 ml or 2 ml, it is 2 ml. I never took note of that. They were just hammering it inside my ear. Don't overdose a baby. Because it's easy for babies to die. But for an adult, if you overdose, you can fall sick when you urinate or drink water. Over time, the thing leaves your system. 13 years. Overdose of drugs. Oh my God. 13 years. Overdose. See, overdose is a very big problem. Then social impact story. This is where NGOs come in. You get it? How you are impacting the community. Your charge, how they are impacting the community. Like what Redeemed Christian Church of God is doing here. They can package it in a story and tell the story. Yes. And tell the story. And they go to people's businesses, people that have started businesses from this skill of Kampala or yeah. You package all those things and tell it as a brand story. Sometimes you might, depending on the purpose of the content can be to raise fund. Like most NGOs, when they want to raise fund, that is why see the social impact story, they don't joke with it, but they need it to raise fund. So the donors will see what their money is, what their money is doing. So you share the positive impact of your brand on society, environment, or community. So the storytelling formats, there is videos. You can create a video. You can create a blog post. You can create, but for your assignment is video, not a blog post. You create a video, blog post, social media posts, case studies. Case studies. You can use case studies. How many of us have read case studies? Reports. Yeah, like the World Health Organizations, it reports they use. UNDP is reports. IMF, it is reports. They write reports a lot and case studies. They use reports and case studies a lot to show you the impact of how they are affecting communities. Then you can do podcasts. Yeah, you can do podcasts, something that is extensive. You talk about it, video podcasts. It can be an audio podcast where you tell your story. Me, I like listening to people's story. I like listening to people's story because most times I'm curious. You get it? Most times I'm curious. Like, for instance, I'm a Christian. One of the things that fascinates me when I'm small is that this person that will touch somebody, the person will start shouting. So most times, even till now, I still look at it like, what is happening here? Do you get it? It fascinates me. And some of those pastors, I want to hear, how did you arrive at this stage? Is it the same God that we are serving? Because me, I touch people, nothing happened. Do you get it? I want to know, how did you arrive at this level of power? It fascinates me. There's a lot of things that fascinates me. Or sometimes you see some people that can speak for 2 hours. They will hold your attention and they're not looking anywhere. Like, how are you doing it? How do you do it? And they don't go off points. Do you get it? You know, most speakers, they need to stick to a script. If they talk, they come back and look at it and continue. But they would stay on the script without looking anywhere. They will quote some numbers very accurate. Yeah. So most times when you see successful people, listen to their story. They get it because people connect more to story. Yeah, people also lie too. True. I started my business with 2,000 shillings. Here we are. And you bring out your 2,000 shillings and look at it. Something is not right. Yeah. I started with 2,000 shillings. Yes. I started business with 1 goat. But here we are. God multiplied us along the way. Yeah. So what is the benefit of storytelling? At least we all know it. To build trust and credibility. You build trust and credibility, create emotional connections with your audience. It helps you to differentiate your brand. It helps you to differentiate your brand from others because your story is unique. Yes. Nobody has your story. Even at personal branding, your story is unique. Yes, your story is your story. Nobody can steal it from you. So it helps to differentiate your brand and it helps to drive engagement and conversation. Like Benjamin is not here. You know, he asks a question, what if people don't engage? But if your story is connecting with your audience, they will always engage. They will give you a like, they will give you a comment, they will share, they will download. Do you have those friends that are good at sharing things? They don't talk to you, they just forward a message to you. They'll forward a message to you. No hello, no hi, just forward it to you. I have some of them on my friends on Instagram. They don't talk to you, don't say anything, they just watch something they feel they like. They send it to you. Me, I also watch it, I won't say anything.
I would like to ask a question.
Hello?
Hello, I would like to ask a question.
Okay, somebody's mic is on. Who is the person? So I can't hear you.
It's me. I would like to ask a question.
Okay. Well, you can start.
Yeah, I was inquiring, is advertising the same as storytelling?
Advertising?
And is it the same as storytelling?
No, they are not the same. But when you advertise, you can tell a story during advertising.
Okay.
Yes.
But it's like all the videos we have seen, it's more of like advertising. Okay, it's a mixture of advertising and storytelling. Like that one with Indomie, it was basically advertising.
No, advertising has to do with promotion. Advertising has to do with promotion. But when you are doing your promotion, the content you use for your promotion is your story. Do you get it now?
Yes, I do.
So most advertising companies, why they tell story is that the story is the content they use.
Okay.
You get it? Because like this, let's say MTN. There's one ad that's playing on YouTube. It's like I think people are dancing. That MTN advert, but that is not the only promotion that MTN does. Sometimes they promote their data. Do you get it? They'll tell you their new data prices and they'll promote it. That is, they're advertising it. But they're not actually telling a story at that point.
What of this one is it of Jumia? The one you had showed us. Is it advertising? Is it storytelling?
No. What I showed you on Jumia is storytelling from Jumia, but that is not the only adverts from Jumia. There are many adverts from Jumia that are not storytelling.
Yeah.
Do you get it now? There are many adverts on Jumia. You even see it on billboard in town. They're not telling any story. They're just, they're just informing you. They're not trying to inspire you. You get it now? Yeah. So in your advertising, it is not a must that everything you do has to be storytelling. But storytelling has to be part of it. It is part of it. You get it now? Am I communicating? Hello?
Yes, please. I got it now. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. So advertisement has to do with promotion. Like in our next class, we are going to look at content distribution and promotion. That's when we'll look at organic and paid content. Advertising is when you pay to promote your content. Do you get it now? When you pay to promote your content. So if you look at all advertising companies, businesses pay them to promote. Do you get it? There are many advertising platforms. There is online advertising, there is offline advertising, like billboard. People advertise on radio, people advertise on TV station, people advertise on newspaper. Do you get it now? They pay to be visible there. So advertising is when you pay. When you pay, there must be payment for advertising. But when you're not advertising, let's say in a digital context or digital marketing context, the content you are not advertising. Sometimes it can be a story. Sometimes it can be your pricing. Sometimes it can be your product features, because you can be promoting a picture. Like most universities, when you are seeing their ad, it's possible it's not a video. They're using a picture. Do you get it? They're not telling any story. Am I communicating? So the last thing here I will ask you is, what type of story would you like to create or share? You know, that is your assignment. What type of story would you like to create or share? So this is your assignment. Number 3, remember, I've already given it to you. And I told you it has to be 2 minutes. Do you get it now? Yes, it applies to the assignment I gave you. What type of story would you like to create or share? Why I added this storytelling is, as you're creating your content, also add stories to them. It's not every time you tell story. There's sometimes you post pictures. There are sometimes you post your designs. You can put anything there, but as you are creating your content, try as much as possible to add stories to your content, because that is what people remember more. Yes, that is what people remember more. So on Monday, we are going to start with content distribution and promotion, because remember I told you 3 pillars of content marketing. What are the 3 pillars of content marketing? Remember? 3 pillars of content marketing: content creation, content distribution, and content engagement. Content creation, content distribution. So we are done with content creation. So we'll do content distribution and content engagement. So from Monday, we're going to start content distribution and promotion. How do you distribute your content on digital platforms? That's what we'll start looking at. Reels, videos, long videos, short videos. Because if you want to distribute your content on Instagram, it has to be in a particular format. If you want to distribute your content on YouTube, it has to be in a particular format. The video format matters a lot. How to use hashtags, yeah. And also how to drive. Last one, you have to look at content engagement. How do you engage with people online? How do you talk to them online? Yeah. So do you have any question? Any question? You're supposed to have your test today. On Monday. I've shifted it on Monday. Yeah. I shifted it on Monday. Just look at my assignments. That's why I did my assignments.
I have a question.
Yes. Yeah. What is the question?
The question is, what is, okay, is the pin points the same as key messages? Or they are different?
No, they are different.
What differentiates them?
Pain points is what your customers are passing through, the problem they are experiencing.
Okay.
The messaging is what you are telling them. Your key message is what you are telling them. Is what you are communicating. The exact words you are saying. That is your key messaging. But your messaging has to address their pain point. Pain point belongs to the customer. Messaging belongs to you. And both of them have to align. Yes. In your messaging, you are addressing their pain points. Is that very clear?
Yes, it is clear. Very clear. Yeah, thank you.
Any other question? Okay, and so in the absence of any question, I'm going to end here today. So see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Please do your assignments. Okay. I'll add it in the, although it is on the spreadsheet. I did it yesterday. I showed it yesterday on the spreadsheet. But I didn't add it on the Google Doc. But yeah, I showed it to you yesterday. Yes, I showed it to you yesterday on the spreadsheet. But I'll add it on the Google Doc. But I still share the spreadsheet too. Why I added it on the spreadsheet? It's easier to review on the spreadsheet than on the Google Doc. But I'll add it on the Google Doc. Google Doc. Okay. So, all right, and have a good weekend.